There's this one set of cards that I didn't look at yet, which are the new Trickstars. So we're going to take a look at those. Most of you have probably already seen them because it's been a couple days, but I haven't seen them yet at all. So let's quickly take a look at them. Professional Pokemon player now. Yeah, I did. Ironically, out of all the little tournaments we had, I only won the Pokemon one. So yeah, maybe Pokemon creator soon. Okay, let's get the band back together for the Trickstar concert. Now this is actually not, I don't think this is not Infinite Forbidden. This is a new Duelist pack, right? They've done Fire Duelist pack. They've done all the Duelist packs. I think the only one that's left is Light. I think this one is going to be a Light Duelist pack. Whatever. So one of the themes in it is Trickstar. Also, Duel Links enjoyers, do not look at the cover of this pack. You are going to get a little heart attack because it's got Mizar on it, and yeah, just don't look at it. Yeah. So that probably means it's also got Galaxy Eyes support, right? Because that's Mizar's thing, right? It's Galaxy Eyes. So yeah. We've got Trickstar Hoodie. A level 2 Light Fairy effect monster. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't even know what Trickstar needs to be good again. But in theory, I think the Trickstar cards are like recent enough and good enough that with good support, people could be playing Trickstar again. Because they've got some pretty good tools. I mean, they've got a really good field spell, a really good normal summon in Candina. Corobane is a really good extender slash, you know, battle hand trap, whatever you want to call it. So they've got some good cards. They've got some good tricks up their sleeves. I think the biggest problem with Trickstars is just that they have like very bad extra deck monsters for some reason. But anyways, level 2 Light Fairy, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control a Trickstar Fusion or Link monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for the Link summon of a Trickstar monster, you can add a Trickstar Fusion or Trickstar Defusion from your deck to your hand. That is theoretically a good card, but I don't think it's that easy to summon Trickstar Fusions or Link monsters. Trickstars don't have, do they have a Link one? They do. Can you make the Link one with Candina? Also, yes. So in theory, it's possible to go normal summon Candina, search this thing, Link one with the Candina, special summon this thing from your hand, make a Link 2 and search the thing. Okay. I mean, that's very unique in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's a 1-card combo, guys. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? Isn't that crazy? Okay. Trickstar Band Dramatis. Level 6 Light Fairy Fusion Effect Monster. Materials 2 Trickstar monsters. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card's fusion summoned, add a Trickstar card from deck to hand with a different name from the cards you control and in your graveyard. Okay, any Trickstar card is good because this can search Reincarnation, I suppose. But I mean, Candina can also search Reincarnation, but still. Your Trickstar Link monsters that point to this card gain 1000 attack. If either player takes effect damage, you can target a face-up monster on the field, change its attack to 0. All right. Not bad for a fusion monster. I don't remember how good the Trickstar Fusion spell was. Like, do they have any cool like tricks with the fusion spell, or is it just use the materials from hand? The fusion spell is new. Wait, I mean, there's already a Trickstar Fusion, but it just okay. All right, let's just read everything first. Trickstar Kolchika. Oh, that's a new Link one as well. Okay. Link bottom, materials 1 Link Trickstar monster, a non-Link Trickstar monster. You can only special summon this thing once per turn. You can only use the effect once per turn. When a monster is destroyed by battle involving your Trickstar monster, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, then target one of those destroyed monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack it had on the field. This card is very good. And it's kind of annoying that it is that good. Because maybe at first glance, if you read it, maybe it's not that, maybe you think it's not that great. However, I do think this kind of card is incredibly good and like potentially problematic. I don't know. But the thing is, the thing about this, the thing that this thing does is it allows you to link off any Trickstar into the graveyard. It creates a Trickstar link monster on your field, which is important, for example, for this thing, right? You need any Trickstar on the field, a Trickstar link or fusion to summon this from your hand. This is the way you can do that. And the thing is, this card does not have any effect on the field, essentially, right? But it has an effect in the graveyard, which for a card like this is super, super good and perfect, basically, because you don't want this thing to do anything on your board. You just want to summon this, special summon the other thing from hand, and then link them off, right? Just get it into the graveyard, right? Just make it and then get it into graveyard, and then it even has a bonus effect in the graveyard. And the bonus effect, I mean, it's not the craziest bonus effect in the world, but it's just some random burn damage that you get essentially for free in a deck that, I mean, functions with burn damage, right? So like this card is really, really strong, and it works both ways. It works when your Trickstar monster kills your opponent's monster, or it also works if your opponent attacks over your Candina. Like, for example, you have a Candina 1800 attack, your opponent attacks over it, you banish this from the graveyard, they burn 1800, which is not that's a significant amount of damage in a deck that burns a decent amount already. So this card's good. This card is good. Trickstar Noble Angel, Link 2, requires 2 Trickstar monsters, points bottom left, bottom right. Can only use 1, 2, 3 once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can add a blue tiers card from your deck to your hand. Okay, I don't know what the blue tier cards are. I would have to check that. If you have a fusion monster on your field or in your graveyard, you can target a Trickstar monster in your grave, special summon it. Okay, if either player takes effect damage, you can target one face-up card on the field, destroy it. That card seems pretty good to me if the blue tier cards are good, because all 3 of this card's effects are pretty strong in my opinion. Like on link summon, add a card from deck. If you incorporate the fusion mechanic into your deck, you can also get a free revive off of it, and then it also has an effect that pops cards. So this card seems very strong to me, but I would have to check what the blue tier cards are. Okay, we have Trickstar Defusion. Oh, okay, you can only use the first and second each once per turn. Activate one of these effects. Fusion summon a Trickstar fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from your graveyard. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon a Trickstar. Oh, this is a trap card. I didn't even realize. It was a trap card. Okay. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Trickstar you control. This turn, your opponent's monster cannot target monsters for attacks except that monster right. Okay. The fact that it's a trap card probably makes it worse. Although obviously being able to fusion summon or link summon on your opponent's turn can be interesting. But yeah. The second effect is funny in correlation with Trickstar Korobane, because Trickstar Korobane boosts by 2000 until the end of the turn, right? Not just end of the battle, right? So what you can do if you have a Korobane, theoretically, is you can force your opponent to attack a monster, and then you Korobane that monster, and then they can't get over it, and then they can't attack any of your other things. It's like, all right. But it's a trap card, man, which is very, yeah. Maybe you would play one as a searchable thing if there's some cool stuff you can do on the opponent's turn. You can add Korobane off the new fusion. Yeah, you can, like, activate the trap card, fusion summon into this thing, right? And then you add a Trickstar card from deck to your hand with a different name from the cards you control in your graveyard. It's specifically good with this fusion, by the way, because this says, you know, you can't have the card that you add in your graveyard. So what you can do is you can simply, if you want to search for a specific monster, you can just banish it as fusion material from your graveyard, and then you can search it again, right? Because it's not in your graveyard anymore. Like if you have a Korobane in the graveyard already, but you want to search a Korobane, you can just go, you know, fusion this by banishing the Korobane and then searching it again. All right, but okay, it's a searchable card, searchable trap card that has some cool tricks. Okay, sure. Maiden of Blue Tears. Okay, here we go. It's a new blue tier card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn, I assume, and only once that turn. If your opponent special summons a monster and you control a link monster, target one of those summoned monsters, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its attack. No, God, thank you for the 19 months. Wait, Duel Links is getting Sky Striker? Might have to check out Duel Links. If either player takes effect damage while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish this card, then target a normal spell in your graveyard banishment, set it, but it cannot be activated this turn. Okay. Okay. Okay, we already had that sub message. I don't know if you realized, but that was the exact same one. But appreciate you, Waver. This card is not that great, I don't think. It is once again a searchable trap card, so it's not complete ass, but I don't think it's that great. I don't think it's that great. Because, like, you can't use both effects in the same turn, right? So even if you search this card, like, you can pop a special summoned monster while you control a link monster, which is okay, but like not great. You can't use the second effect in the same turn. So on your next turn, theoretically, if you get that far, on turn 3, you can do effect damage to your opponent. Then you can banish it from the grave to reset a normal spell card, whichever one you would use in Trickstar. I don't even think Trickstar has great normal spells. I guess you can like reset the fusion spell or something like that. I don't know. Reset it. Can't activate it that turn. So that's turn 3. And then you can use that spell card on turn 5. That's just not that great. Right? So the second effect, honestly, almost doesn't really exist. As far as I'm concerned. The second effect basically is not relevant in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! It only has the first effect realistically most of the time. So is it worth it to play this card just for the first effect? I don't know. I don't know. Especially because, I mean, I guess if it's the best target for this search, if you want to make this link monster, you can, but I don't know. Okay. This Trickstar support is not bad. There's another Blue Tears card. Yeah, maybe we should take a look at that real quick. Angel of Blue Tears. That is a spell card. All right. Angel of Blue Tears. Target a face-up monster on the field. Its controller's opponent takes damage equal to the number of cards in their hand times 200. Then negate that target's effects until the end of this turn. If effect damage is inflicted, except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your grave. Set a normal trap directly from your hand or deck. If set from the hand, it can be activated this turn. You can only use one Angel of Blue Tears. Okay, that's much better. So you're gonna, like, yeah, you're not gonna play this then. I don't think you're gonna play this one. I think you would play the other one. Yeah, that's decent. And I mean, any normal trap, that's kind of broken even. Isn't that card not new? No, this one is from Maze of Memories. So this card is like I mean, half a year old, I'm not exactly sure. That's okay. That's better for sure. Yeah. Okay. That makes the Link monster a lot better too if it has a good search target, because this Link 2 is then really good. Yeah. Overall, that's good support. Honestly, I feel like as a Trickstar player, you couldn't really have asked for more than this. You know, this one is strong. This one is solid if you play fusion stuff in the Trickstar deck. I'm not sure if you will, but this one is a good fusion monster. This card is really good. This card is also really good. The two traps are kind of whatever. The two traps are kind of whatever, but the rest is pretty strong. Okay. I don't know if that makes Trickstar good enough, because Trickstar, I feel like they are a little scared about making like really good Trickstar support, because Trickstar is kind of like this goofy archetype with a weird win condition that some people like it, but a lot of people don't like it that much to be burned to death, or especially be burned when there's like 3 minutes left on the clock or something like that. I don't know. It's like, it's a little awkward to have Trickstar be a super viable deck. I remember like it was like one of the more annoying decks in the format in 2018, 2019, around that time when people did actually play Trickstars. But yeah, it's all right.